All right, here we go.
I'm here to talk about hackerspaces. Now, that's a scary word, hacker, when we get started. It invokes images of evil, traditionally a male, pale, and malnourished from a diet of energy drinks and Cheetos. He's sitting in a poorly lit basement surrounded by screens of obscure green text, plotting the end of the world. Now, his finger is waiting to hit a button. It's hovering. That button will melt the internet, capsize oil tankers, and launch nuclear missiles spelling "hack the planet" across the face of the planet in mushroom clouds. In reality, hackers can be the good guys. With a passion for technology and a do-it-yourself attitude, I stand before you all as an aspiring hacker. The word hacking often conjures up pictures of people loading your computer with viruses, stealing your credit card info, and breaking into banks electronically. While that has become the popular interpretation in the media, many in the technical community have a different idea. A hack, the activity, was the solution to a question that hadn't been asked yet. It's a fix to something that's broken, an improvement to something that's inefficient. It's ownership of technology through understanding and customization. It's the jailbreak of an iPhone, writing software that improves people's lives through security or anonymity, or building something that we could buy pre-made, but doing it for ourselves to learn and improve our own knowledge and skill sets. The most righteous hack ever performed? Without any contingency plan, returning 3 men safely home from over 230,000 miles away. Okay, hacks don't have to be simple. They can be complex, but there's almost always a quality of elegance. After the complexity is explained, people would say, "Oh man, that's so simple." Sure, hackers throw conferences where it's not safe to use your debit or Visa card in Las Vegas for a week every year. But the same group of people that are designing attacks against debit card and e-voting machines are the ones that are turning around to the vendors trying to help them fix their bugs if the vendors will accept their help. The hackers can be the good guys in the end. You want them on your side. We wish the media would stop vilifying them and call the bad guys that are stealing your info what they are: criminals. This guy's not a criminal. The most righteous hackers today are the ones that are fighting for you, for your privacy, for your rights, and for a better society where knowledge is in the hands of everyone, not just those in power. Jacob Appelbaum, I suggest you look up what he's doing with Tor and WikiLeaks if you've heard about them. So if this is a hacker, well, what's a hackerspace? Well, it's a clubhouse for nerds, essentially, or a clubhouse for geeks. As a clubhouse, there are shared tools, working areas, and a beer fridge. Things that your spouse wouldn't want in the house, like lasers, or things that you can't afford on your own, like a laser cutter, the club can own collectively, the membership can own. In some hacker spaces, there's a strong maker vibe. People that are interested in designing and fabricating their own electronics and textiles from scratch. For some hacker spaces, there's a strong internet or software security bend. Lots of people that work with computers and networks that get together to improve software or security, or to tear apart other people's software to see if it's really as secure and safe as the writer says it is. One thing that unites hacker spaces together is community. It's a social space where like-minded people of a similar passion can get together to teach, learn, get drunk, watch movies, eat food, nap on the couch, or just relax after work. You come and go as you please because you're a member. You have your own key to the space. The hope is that when you're stuck on something, bouncing an idea off of somebody in a different field might give you an answer that you would have never come up with before. A hack. There are educational nights where someone might teach network security or how to mold and cast molds. There are party nights. I'm going to be sharing a portion of a one-act play that I'm writing at the next open house, shameless plug, protospace.ca, this Saturday. Come and join us. At Seabase in Berlin, there are music jams with artists jamming from other countries through telepresence. There's music and art. Hackerspaces are not run like normal clubs, however. They are a mutation in the evolution of organizational structures. There's a few rules that guide them. The first is consensus minus one. Large decisions are made by getting the whole community to agree, less one individual. If 2 people disagree with the group, then there must still be something that's worth talking about. There's a discussion that still needs to be had, and you continue on. The second rule is called, aptly, the no douchebag rule. If anyone is being a douche to other members, the membership can vote them out. If someone agrees that they should say, then there's something that needs to be addressed, some miscommunication that could be resolved. If there's only one person that thinks that the douchebag shouldn't go, it's probably the douchebag. So again, consensus minus one. Hackerspaces are also do-ocracies. That means don't ask permission, just do. This is really a part of what makes consensus minus one work. If everything needs to be discussed, nothing will get done. If people get caught up in the discussion about what color to paint the space or the bike shed, it'll never get painted. If you want to paint the place pink, then go for it, paint it. If anyone has an issue with that, it's up to them to go and fix it. It's called the bike shed issue. In reality, if it is an issue, they'll fix it. If it's not, they won't. If you think that the bathroom should be cleaned or that the place needs a web server inside of an old toaster for shits and giggles, then go for it. In the end, there's one rule to rule all other rules. Here's our theme 1. It's from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Be excellent to everyone. That's that simple. Some communities have called this the golden rule. Treat others the way you would like to be treated. If it would be excellent to organize the tools in the space, then do it. If it would be more excellent to throw awesome parties, then do it. If it would be most excellent to clean up after the party, then do that. If it's not excellent to not clean up your shit in the space, then don't do it. Consensus -1, no douchebags, and doocracy. The 3 rules united as one become the holy trinity of design considerations for a hackerspace. Be excellent to each other. Bill wasn't the first person to come up with this idea in history. We've heard it before. In the end, the one thing that binds our community together is passion. A hackerspace is just one version of a community uniting around a shared passion. If you are of a technical bend, I encourage you to check us out and learn more about hackerspaces. If you are not, I challenge you to find or found your community's version of a hackerspace or a dream factory. A space where people get together to teach, learn, to grow, and to feel welcome. Because everyone is a geek in the end. We are all geeks about something. We are passionate about something. It's the one thing that we will continue to do no matter what anybody else says about it. Find your community. And when you get there, be excellent to each other. Thank you. Cheers.